In this video, I will be showing you guys how you can make a lot of money on the Donut SMP. And we'll be starting with methods for beginners and moving our way up to methods that can make you millions. So let's start with the first method, the chorus fruit. Now for this, you basically just want to RTP and chop down the bottom log of the chorus fruit and the whole tree will fall down. So yeah, but how does this actually make money and why do people buy this? You see, a chorus fruit is commonly used to escape traps, as when you eat it, you randomly teleport somewhere, which makes it really good for escaping traps, like I said. And yeah, we're just going to be chopping, so see ya. Alright, we have gotten ourselves about 11 stacks of chorus fruit, and let's see how much they go on orders. So about $32 each right there, and if you just put everything in there, I think we should get a decent amount of money. That will, yeah, exactly, 24k right there, and that was like 5 minutes of chopping, so there you go, an easy beginner money making method. Now let's actually move on to the next money making method, which is chopping logs. Now for this, you only need an axe and basically a forest, and you can just start chopping down these trees right here. Alright, I've got myself the logs and I'm just gonna put them in this order, and we made about 6k from a little less than a stack, which is also a really good profit. Let's move on to the next money making method, which is gonna be sand. Now, the little extra method is mud as well, which I'm also gonna showcase, but other than that, there's two ways you can do it, which I'm gonna show you now. So let's start with TNT and pressure plate. So you basically just place down pressure plates in front of TNT and it'll blow up the sand. And this idea isn't for me, but a lot of people use it, and I'm just gonna showcase it in this video. Alright, so now let's move on to the more basic method, the shovel. Now for this, you can just buy a shovel from the AH and just shovel all the sand. Pretty basic, but it works. And for more efficiency, you can just buy an efficiency shovel and it will be way faster. Now for a similar money making method, which is mud. Now again, you can grab a shovel and find a swamp biome and then just shovel the mud. Alright, so after shoveling this much mud, let's see how much we can sell it for. Now on the AH it goes about for 25k, I think. Yeah, so we can sell it for 20k and people will buy it, so that's great. And I made about 50k from this, which is really good. Now for the next money making methods, the enchanted books. Now this method is already starting to get into the more advanced section, as you need villagers for this, but it's a really good method. So let's start getting some emeralds and then buying the books, right? I got this villager to silk touch, as these books are really good for selling. I mean, when we look at the AH, we can see right now it's actually pretty insane. They sell for about 100k each. The cheapest is 150k, so I'm just gonna sell my 4 books for right now for about 130 to 100k. So right there, it's a really good market right now. After making about 500k in 5 minutes from this method, let's move on to an even better money making method, which is gonna be concrete. And we're actually gonna collect all the materials ourselves as well to make as much money as possible. So let's start out with the gravel. Let's continue with the sand. Now for the last ingredient, the easiest way is just to buy some bone meal, find an open area, and then just start bone mealing the ground and pick off all the flowers you see, as we will turn them into dye later, which we can use for the concrete. Yeah, I'm turning all of the flowers into dye now. We got about 1.5 stacks in red dye and almost a stack of yellow dye. But how do we turn the concrete powder into concrete? Well, we just need to connect it with water and it'll turn into concrete after mining. But why do people buy concrete? Well, concrete is great for building bases and large structures, which is why people will buy them. Now let's get to breaking the concrete near water. Alright, so we can sell this concrete for about 100k, which is really good per stack. And that's what I'm gonna do right now, and we sold each stack for 100k, which is really good. And you can scale this up to have like 3 shulkers full of concrete powder, and you can sell that for a lot of money. Now the final money making method, which is gonna be tainted glass. Now this is really overpowered, as you just need to collect some sand, as I'm doing right now. Now when you have about this much sand, it's really good to just return to a safe spot and buy some furnaces. Now we're just gonna place all of these furnaces around this base. And now we're gonna fill up almost every single one of them with the sand we just mined. Now I'm gonna need to buy a few blaze rods to fill up the furnaces and let the smelting begin. Now I filled up every furnace with sand in it with blaze rods, and I'm gonna cut to when they're all done. Now I think red glass right now is the most expensive, which is why we're gonna use red dye on these glasses. Now let's turn all of these into red dyed glass or red tainted glass, I don't know. And let's sell all of these until we make about 2 million off of all of this glass we collected, which is a really insane rate. And that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoy my content, consider subscribing or liking, or if you don't, give me a feedback on what I should do better.